Hello, everybody. It is November 28th, 2011. It is a Monday, and this is Failgex News. I apologize for the unfortunate lack of in-game footage for this one, but I don't have a lot of time to make this one, and this will be the only time in a couple of days that I'll actually be able to make this video, so I figured better now than never type thing. So I do apologize. Next week I will have the majority of the video with the update. And I will do everything in my power to make that happen, but sadly for this one I cannot do that, so let's get on with it. Polypore Dungeon was released today, the promised new Slayer dungeon with all kinds of high Slayer creatures. Yeah, in an isolated cave, deep beneath the River Salve, sits a solid Goroja Ramoki. That's a tongue twister, actually. I've gone over this like twice, and I still can't get that word right. Born as a skinweaver, she was destined to... Oh my god, skinweaver, I've seen that before somewhere. She was destined to serve her tribe as a healer, but now she has abandoned them, and settled in Gelinor, where she can use her skin-weaving powers for her own amusement. She revels in the joy of creating bizarre and powerful monsters from the local wildlife. Oh, that's great, there's like animal mutilation going on. And watches as the adventurers are drawn into her cave for battle and plunder. Her only other company is a strange little merchant, who was driven mad by a tragic loss and now lives as a hermit within the cave. Oh, poor guy. By imbuing the native fungi with her powers and growing them all over the beasts of the cave, she has created entirely new creatures. Her power, residing in the fungi, makes the beasts extremely resilient to physical melee and range damage, so she should come packing magic, although a dwarf multi-cannon will also be useful. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Many of the creatures cannot be harmed at all, except by the most skilled slayers. With some basic herbalore skill, you, or a friend, can weaken the cave's inhabitants by preparing neem oil and splashing it on them. That's interesting. You can turn the Skinweaver's power to your own advantage by gathering flakes of fungus as you slay these abominations. Skilled crafters will be able to sew the flakes of mycelium garments, I'm going to say that's mycelium, sold by the merchant near the entrance, so the little mad guy. Lovely. To make new kinds of protective mage armor, there's a new food item that has a chance to grant life point regeneration when struck in PvP, as well as a powerful battle staff with an inherent attack spell, usable without runes and regardless of your currently active spellbook. That's kind of cool, actually. Don't forget to visit the gift shop on the way out. Lovely. Ahmad Ash. To enter the Polypore Dungeon, that's an interesting name. Head north from the Dual Arena Bank and cross the bridge onto the little island, or dial BIP into the Fairy Ring network, which is probably a lot more useful. Requirements. You must be a member to access the Polypore Dungeon. While there are no requirements to enter the dungeon, and its inhabitants are non-aggressive, a high magic level will allow you to tackle its more powerful denizens. There are two multi-way combat areas within the dungeon, one requiring level 73 agility, and the other requiring 82 dungeoneering. Some enemies will require highest level to be harmed at all, so I'm probably talking like high 80s to 90s. The protective mage armor requires certain levels of both magic and defense to wear. I have 94 magic and 99 defense, yeehaw. Level 80 magic and attack are required to wield the new Polypore staff, sorry. A farming level 80 is required to construct it, so keep that in mind. If you don't have 80 farming level and you want this staff, you want to get it because it's going to cost an ass load. The Slayer Masters will not assign Polypore creatures as targets to anyone with a magic level below 60 for the, I don't know, you can read that yourself, or 50 for these lower level fungal magi, sorry. In other news, an additional slot has been added to the Slayer Rewards interface to let you block one more assignment. If you have 300 quest points, you can block the Polypore creatures using a single slot. Useful, useful, useful. Due to popular demand, we've added a number of high-quality audio files from the Dominion Tower and One Piercing Note to the downloads page. I have to say, I did One Piercing Note the other day. It was pretty good, actually. The voice acting was very, very well done, and it wasn't as confusing as some people are like, oh, it's so confused. It's not that bad. Come on. Very obvious, here they are type clues. So, I don't know what people are griping about, but I thoroughly enjoyed the quest, and I'm not a questy guy, so... in the interest of account security, and to the aid in the development of future email-based security updates, we'll be introducing mandatory email validation for new accounts later this week. Those creating new accounts will be required to complete a verification process through the valid email address. Full details will be given during the creation process. So keep that in mind if you're going to create a new account, which I am. And if you want to know more about me creating a new account, then you can watch my vlog today. We've introduced the ability to switch on bloom lighting effects to the graphics options menu. There are now bloom effects available in many areas of the game, and we will continue to improve and add the effects in the future. Excuse me, honestly, if they were going to be very smart about this, they would, along with the bloom effects, when they update bloom effects to something, you know, whatever, say they add it to Camelot, then what they should do is graphically update Camelot, as they have done with multiple other places like Lost City, Trollum, and those type of places. When they graphically updated them, they should just add the bloom effects in with them. I think that would be a good idea, because the graphic updates have been widespread awesome. So, you know, just an idea. Adding bloom effects, graphically update the entire place as well that you're adding it to. So, there. A little bit of a thing. But anyway, guys, that is it for the news today. Thank you very much for watching. I'm sorry it was kind of rushed. I do apologize. Next week's update video, make sure, is top-notch, as it hopefully usually is. If you have any feedback on this update, or if you've been in the dungeon and stuff like that, and you just want to let people know of some dangers or something like that, then please leave a comment, and if you could, give this video a thumbs up. That would be really appreciated. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I made a Steam account, just as a side note here before I end this. I made a Steam account. I will put a link to that Steam account in the description if you would like to add me on Steam. And, of course, if you want to see today's vlog about me creating a new account and some things going on with me and RuneScape, which are quite important, I will put a link to my second channel, and you can just watch that. Also, I have my Minecraft channel, which I'll link in the description of that as well. So, yeah. A lot of links today. Alright then, guys. Thank you very much, and I will see you guys next week.